Tell us about the first Beartooth show where kids were hanging off the ceiling fans.
First Beartooth show. Our first show was in Columbus, our hometown, at this little venue called Kobo. It's literally just this tiny little bar, and dude, it was insane. There was, I think it's like technically like a 70 or 80 cap or something, and there were probably like 150 people in there, and dude, it was insane. That honestly for me made me want to keep doing it more seriously and like take it to another level, like instead of just playing like, you know, a little stuff here and there. Like, it made me want to do it more just because I've never seen I've never had so much fun at a show personally, but like, dude, all the people there were just going nuts, and like they just seemed to be having the time of their lives. Like, nobody got hurt. Like, it was just, everyone was enjoying themselves, you know?
And the fan like fell off.
Yeah, and then the guy who owns the venue, he was like, yeah, you guys can do whatever you want, just don't touch like the speakers. And so I like said it, and I was like, yeah, just do whatever, just don't touch the speakers. And I guess the kids took that as, let's rip down the ceiling fan. So they literally, it was like the whole last song was just this spree of like 20 or 30 people just trying to grab the ceiling fan and rip it down. Eventually got ripped down, and apparently the guy who owns the venue was remodeling anyway, and he didn't care. He thought it was awesome. So
and then after that, you guys did a lot of house shows and a lot of DIY shows.
I don't know, we just wanted to, like, at least me, and I mean, I know the other guys are all on the same page, but you know, I've been playing a lot of other shows with my old band, and like doing, you know, bigger venues and stuff like that, and I just wanted to, like, I felt like for the music and, you know, what I wanted to do, I really wanted to just try some house shows, and like small, like people's basements, like garages, like tiny little like DIY, just really roots, like just fun old school shows that it's like, it doesn't matter, like, that any band can do and any person can go to and just have fun at, and like it was incredible, man. It was this insane experience that was like, it just made me so stoked on music again, and so stoked on like that kind of like punk hardcore metal shows, like those little wild, you know, things. It's just this whole emotional experience, and like, it's so rad, man.
And what was it like playing in a barn?
Dude, that it was interesting. It was fun though, man. It was the same thing. It was like, it was literally on the middle of nowhere. Like, we went to we drove like an hour in the middle of nowhere, Indiana, and there was a truck that said show with an arrow on it, like taped on the side of it, and I was like, oh my god, this is where we're gonna die. And it was it was so much fun though, man. It was like, it was the same thing. It was a bunch of people just all having a good time. Like, nobody, you know, shows like that, it's like nobody cares what anyone else thinks. They just care about enjoying the music and having a good time, and like, that's what it should be about, you know. So it was sick.
How do these first run of shows compare to the first Attack shows at like the High Five or CBRs?
Different. I mean, these are like, you know, they're a lot more chaotic and wild, and like, I don't know, I feel like just kind of from what we've been doing and the music we play, a lot of the people have been like, what they take from it is that they just want to go nuts at the show and just, you know, let loose and go wild, and because that's what we do when we're on stage, you know, we just go crazy and just try and get all our energy out, and kind of, that's like how we express ourselves through this music. So it's definitely been different. It's been way more like kind of crazy high energy, and like the sense of just way more people like jumping off stuff and doing really stupid things like that.
Did it make you feel like you were 15 again?
Absolutely. I've said that so many times, like that exact phrase. It's hilarious. That like, it literally makes me feel like I'm a kid that just like, I'm playing shows for the first time again. It's this whole new experience. It's this whole new like mentality and, you know, style of music and everything, and it's incredible, man. It's so refreshing.
I was reading a recent interview that you did, and you were talking about Attack, and you said that most of the time being in Attack, it was a bunch of people cheering on your band or telling you that you suck. Is there less pressure with Beartooth?
Honestly, yeah, man. It's like, it's just way more low-key, like in the sense of literally we just want to play shows and have a good time. Like, that's all the four of us want to do. And like, all the people, I don't know why, but people have been seeming to take to it way better. And I guess in the sense of like, I think they just understand it more and like understand where we're coming from with it, and like I think that might have, I guess, just been harder to get with our older band or what, or I don't really know what the difference was, but like I don't know, people are seeming to be having fun and enjoying themselves, and it's not really high pressure at all. We just get to hang out and play music.
Moving forward, I did an interview in 2009 with Melissa Cross, and she was talking about her vocal techniques, screaming techniques. What are some of the techniques that you learned from Melissa Cross that still apply to today?
Well, she taught me a lot about like breathing properly, and she actually taught me a whole lot about singing. And that like, because when I was in Attack, when I first started doing vocals, I used to blow my voice out all the time. And I remember we did this one tour in Australia where I literally like barely had a voice for the entire tour, and it was the most frustrating thing in the world.
Oh man.
And I got home and I was just like, all right, I'm never like, I need to figure out how to do this right, because I can't do that again. And I just sat in my studio in my basement for like days and days, just kind of like yelling into a mic, trying to like figure out how to do it where I could do it for a long period of time. And then so I kind of like figured that out, and then I went to her, and she pretty much just like was able to explain to me what was happening and how I was doing it, and like how to control it and how to do all these different breathing things and all this stuff. So yeah, she really helped out.
On a separate topic, what's your association with 21 Pilots?
21 Pilots. They're just really good friends of mine. I love those dudes to death. They're I actually go to a church that a lot of them are involved in. Those guys and their videographer, his name is Mark Eshelman, he actually just did a music video for us, and he did our live video for I Have a Problem. But I've just known them for a few years through like the music scene in Columbus, and like just, I mean, they live like 5 minutes away from me, and I don't know, they're just really good friends, and they're really rad dudes. And I mean, I'm so excited for them because they're absolutely killing it right now. And I mean, they've been working for, I can't even, I don't even know how long, but they are killing it, and they deserve every minute of it.
Speaking of church, what is Shomo group time?
Shomo group time. Funny you asked. That's actually my dad. He started, well, he was a pastor of a church for a long time, and then he stopped doing that and he left. And him and my brother and a couple of friends, actually Nick, our bass player, and a few people, he just wanted to like kind of start just kind of like this thing that was like more of just like a open discussion on like your views on things, and like I guess how you feel about certain Bible verses or this or that. And it literally started, I think, with like 5 or 6 people, and it was just they would sit on my dad's back porch and just hang out and talk, and it was awesome. And then it kind of expanded into this whole different thing where, I mean, I've been to it at times where there's like 40 or 50 people, but it's so cool just because, I mean, I grew up in a church and I got burned by it in a lot of ways, and I think that it just, what my dad is trying to do with that is, it was just really cool because it's something fresh, and I think it's really honest. All he wants to do is just like, it doesn't matter if you're there, what you believe in or what you think about anything. It's just, you can go there and openly express your opinion and be respected by everybody there, and like you just get to hang out, and I guess you'll learn more from everybody's different perspectives, and like just read different things, and it's awesome, man. It's really cool.
On a separate topic, I know you were really into A Plea for Purging.
Yeah, dude.
They've disbanded, but are there some bands that have struck a chord with you like that? Newer bands. I mean, Ghosts Inside, those guys are amazing, and they're a really good band. I love that band. Stray from the Path is another really cool band from like, this era. They like just put out some new stuff that's insane. And I don't know, man, there's a ton of bands. Like, I mean, obviously, Every Time I Die, they're a band that's really rad. The Chariot, they're really cool. Let Live's another band that's like right now is just, I think they're doing something on a completely different level musically. And they're killing it right now.
Dude, they're amazing, and they're just such good guys. And I've known their drummer, well, the guy who drums for them now, for a long time, but I got to know some of them a little bit better and talked to them when we were at Warped a couple days ago, and they were just the most down-to-earth rad dudes ever. So I don't know, that band's really cool. I mean, dude, there's tons. Honestly, anything that I hear that I just think somebody's putting their emotion into, that like always just makes me stoked.
You've been touring since you were 15. If you had to give younger kids advice as to what you've learned already, what would you tell them?
That if no matter what age you are, when you start touring, it makes you grow up really quick. Because for me, I mean, I was 15, so I started really young. But, you know, I only went to 1 year high school and then started doing some online school, and then that didn't even work out because I was so busy with touring and whatever else. So I got my GED, and then, you know, I haven't been living at home since I was 15 for more than, you know, a couple weeks at a time. And it honestly, it just makes you learn a lot about responsibility. And I think it really, depending on who you are, I think it can like make or break you as a person, and like kind of the way that you live out your life and the way you, I don't know, because I've seen some people that like touring just completely rips them apart mentally, and all like puts people in this really dark place, and it sucks. But like I think for some people, like if you do it and you truly love it, then that's awesome. And I think there's nothing like it. Like for me, I mean, it's been very up and down in a lot of ways, but it's kind of like ripped my mind apart at sometimes. But like, I think if you're with the right people, I think if you're in the right mindset, most importantly yourself, like I think it's a lot of it has to do with yourself, then to me, there's nothing better. I mean, to me, I just get to travel around the globe and play shows with my friends and play to all these different people who get to experience what we experience playing music, and it's like, there's just nothing like it for me, and I don't know.
You've said before that there's no bad song if it's honest.
Yeah, dude.
You still hold
Absolutely.
to that today.
Of course, man. I think so many people are so judgmental of music by like, I don't know, just if they personally agree with it or not. Like, well, I wouldn't say agree with it. If they personally enjoy it or not. Like, if in their mind it strikes a chord, then they're like, it's cool. But if it doesn't, then they don't dig it. But, I mean, because, I mean, that's inevitable. Like, your mind is going to choose what it likes. But I think when it comes to music, like, I mean, it's not like I can really sit down and listen to 2 hours of Beethoven or something. It's just, you know, not really what I've been, like, but, you know, into. But I respect that dude and, like, the music he's made and, like, the emotion he put into his music and, like crazy. And, I mean, I think it's like that with anyone. Like, with, you know, any type of music, honestly, man, whether it's like electronic music or indie music or even pop music. I mean, it can be honest. A lot of time I think it's kind of just whatever, but like I think if you're just writing from your heart and writing about real stuff and putting every bit of your heart into your music, that's what makes me stoked on your band. It makes me stoked on just watching your show and like seeing that outlet portrayed on stage. Like, you know, that's what I'm all about in music.